Life often brings us to crossroads, moments when decisions must be made, but the way forward is anything but clear. In these moments, uncertainty can feel overwhelming. Questions flood our minds. What if I choose the wrong path? What if I miss the opportunity meant for me? How can I be sure that my next step is the right one? At times, our own understanding and experiences seem insufficient for the weight of the choices before us. We long for guidance, for assurance, for a light that shines on the path ahead. It is precisely in moments like these that the timeless wisdom of Proverbs 3:5-6 speaks with gentle clarity. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. These words invite us into a way of living that is radically different from what the world so often teaches. Instead of relying solely on our intellect, instincts, or past experiences, we are called to trust wholeheartedly and completely in God's guidance. This trust is not passive. It is an active, daily surrender of our own desires and plans, acknowledging that God's understanding surpasses our own. But what does it truly mean to trust God when facing important decisions? At its core, it means letting go of the need for complete control. It means recognizing that our perspective is limited, that there are factors and outcomes we cannot foresee. It means believing that God sees the bigger picture and that his plans for us are good, even when we cannot yet see the destination. Trusting God does not eliminate the need for thoughtful deliberation or wise counsel, but it does mean inviting him into the process, seeking his will above our own, and believing that he will guide our steps. When you find yourself at a fork in the road, uncertain which path to take, the first step is to pause. Too often, our impulse is to rush forward, to make a decision simply to relieve the discomfort of uncertainty. Instead, take a moment to be still. In the quiet, bring your anxieties and hopes before God in prayer. Share your fears, your confusion, your longing for clarity. The act of praying is itself an act of trust, a way of acknowledging that your wisdom has limits and that you need God's direction. Next, immerse yourself in God's Word. The Bible is filled with stories of men and women who faced their own crossroads, who wrestled with doubt, fear, and the unknown. Abraham was called to leave his homeland for a place God would show him, not knowing where he was going. Moses stood before the burning bush, uncertain of how to lead his people out of Egypt. Esther risked her life to save her people, unsure of the outcome. In each story, God's faithfulness shines through. Their journeys teach us that while the path may not always be easy, God can be trusted to lead those who rely on him. As you seek guidance, listen for God's voice, not always in dramatic signs, but often in gentle nudges, in the wisdom of trusted friends, in the peace that settles over your heart when a choice aligns with his will. Sometimes, God's direction comes as a quiet assurance rather than a loud command. Be attentive to the ways he may be speaking, and be willing to take small steps of faith, even when the entire journey is not yet visible. It is also important to remember that God's guidance is not a guarantee of a trouble-free path. The road he leads us down may include challenges, detours, or unexpected turns, yet even in difficulties, his presence remains. He promises not to leave us or forsake us. The comfort of his companionship is often found most deeply in seasons of uncertainty, when we lean on him for strength and wisdom. As you acknowledge God in all your ways, inviting him into your decisions, your relationships, your dreams, and your fears, you can trust that he is actively at work, shaping your path. Sometimes he may close doors to protect you from what is not meant for you. Other times, he may open doors you never expected, leading you into new opportunities and experiences. Either way, every step taken in faith draws you closer to the heart of God and molds you into the person he created you to be. If you feel anxious about making the wrong choice, remember that God's grace meets you wherever you are. His love is not conditional on your perfect decision-making. Even if you take a step in the wrong direction, he is able to redeem, redirect, and restore. No path is ever truly wasted in his hands. Every decision, every detour, every delay can be woven into the tapestry of his greater purpose for your life. So as you stand at the crossroads uncertain of which way to go, let your heart be steady in trust. Surrender your plans, your fears, and your hopes to the one who knows you best and loves you most. Commit your ways to him, confident that He will lead you, step by step, into the future He has prepared. In moments of decision, you are not alone. The God who created you walks beside you, offering wisdom for every choice, peace for every worry, and hope for every unknown. Trust in Him with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. This is the promise you can hold on to today and always.